Well, thank you, Cindi, for coming here to Canyon Chiropractic and SFA Wellness and sharing your story with us. If you could, start by telling us, why you came here, like what condition were you dealing with?
A lot of pain, like 24/7, no sleep because I was in pain all night
And where was the pain?
in my feet, my ankles, and it was starting to go up my legs. So I was told there was no solution, that I just had to live with it, or I could go on medication, and I didn't want to do that.
And how long were you dealing with this problem?
Well, I had Morton's neuroma, I think it's been about 4 years now. And after that, it just started getting worse and worse. That's what the doctor that I went to see told me, that it was Morton's neuroma, and he had to remove the nerves in my feet.
Wow.
And it just got, after that, at first it was, it was a little numbness, and then it just started, my feet turned purple, and then my ankles started turning purple, and
So you did have the surgery.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how was that affecting the whole quality of your life?
it was awful. I couldn't do the things that I used to do. I was very athletic, and I'd walk every day, go to the gym every day. I couldn't even get on a treadmill. It was afraid it might fly off.
Right, right.
And walking upstairs, holding onto the rails to pull me up because,
Terrible.
yeah, it was bad.
And then you found us. Like, how did you find us?
It was on the internet, I guess, through Facebook.
Okay, all right. And we obviously, did an exam on you. We went through and found out what we thought was the source of your problem, and we started treating you. And tell us a little bit about how the treatment has helped you. Because I remember when you first came in here, the color of your feet were like bright red, like a Christmas tree light, and you could barely even walk down our hallway here without holding on to the walls. So tell us a little bit about how things have evolved and how you're feeling.
Well, what I specifically remember is the test. The day that I came in for the seminar, the test, there was one where I had to walk in place, and I had to hold on to Dr. Locke's the whole time. I couldn't do it without holding on.
Right.
And when he retested me, he said, "You did good. You're moving forward instead of going like
Back and forth,
Yeah,
and swaying,
yeah.
because you weren't feeling your feet. Your balance was really
I
bad.
had no feeling in my feet. I mean, it's kind of odd to say. You could feel the pain, but the numbness was the part that, I could literally step on a piece of glass and not know it unless I saw the blood.
Yeah, and that's the dangerous part of
Yeah.
neuropathy is like this. And we see that commonly in people where they have pain, but they have numbness too.
Yeah.
Where they can't.
And driving, I couldn't drive.
Yeah.
I could drive around town, but I didn't want to get on a freeway. If I had to slam the brakes on, or
Right.
slow speeds, I was fine. But I was scared to death to get on a freeway.
So tell us now about how you're doing. Like, if you had to put a percentage upon how much you've improved. How much have you improved from day one till now? You're on your 11th week of treatment. How would you say? What's a percentage you could put it on?
Well, I was told after 10 weeks I was 50, but I think I'm more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really do. I walk around and, out of habit, sometimes I grab, like we have 2 stairs that go down in our little house. And out of habit, I will touch the wall, and then I'm just like, I don't need the wall.
That's
And
fantastic.
I will start walking, and I'm taking the dog out now again. I got to the point where I wouldn't do it because if I tripped over something, I wouldn't feel, I wouldn't know there was a curb, not a curb, but a bump
Right.
or a rock.
Dangerous.
Yeah,
It was dangerous.
very
situation.
dangerous. And
Right.
I had fallen not too long, shortly before I came here. I just missed the step because my foot didn't feel
Wow.
where I was at.
Wow.
So I just went like, okay, I missed one whole step.
And now you can feel
And I
your
went
feet
flying and hit my head, and I went like,
again. Oh my goodness.
this is...
That unfortunately is one of the number one
I
things
know, you
that kills
told me.
people is falls and then having head trauma. So what would you say to the skeptics out there, people that maybe don't understand, because this is not traditional medical care. I mean, this is outside of the box of pharmaceuticals, which is what people want. They want the drugs because the drugs don't necessarily fix their problem. It just treats their symptoms. I mean, what would you say about the treatments that we've provided for you?
I think they are incredible. I mean, I felt better after the first time.
Wow.
I was just like, wow, my feels pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And as I've come back, it's gotten, every time it's better and better. And the home treatment, I would say, gotta do that too.
Yeah, it's very
you
important.
have to
your
do
home
that.
care. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the big part. What's really
And the
beneficial of
skeptics,
this.
I was skeptical. I was very skeptical,
Mm-hmm.
especially when you told me the cost.
And talk a little bit about that, because money doesn't grow on trees. I mean, but you've seen the value of putting the money into
worth
it,
it.
right?
It's worth it.
Because when you
Because
think about,
go ahead.
no, how much I don't know if you have an exact number, but how much could you say you have spent prior to coming here? Even though your insurance was participating in it, when you talk about co-payments and all the stuff you've had to pay.
Nothing on my feet.
Yeah, nothing worked.
Because I wouldn't take the pills.
Yeah.
I didn't want to take Lyrica, and I just heard nightmares about that. And then what the doctors told me, that there was nothing I could do. You're just going to have to live with it. Your circulation's fine.
Right.
I'm like, obviously not.
Yeah.
I mean, look.
Yeah, we were surprised when you told us that you didn't have good circulation. That was pretty obvious. So,
Yeah.
Well, it's wonderful hearing your story. I mean, it's what allows us to be able to continue to love what we do to help people, and we really appreciate your confidence in us and letting us help you. And if there's any last words you'd like to say, anybody out there, about the treatment you received?
Do it. If you have the feeling that I did, it's worth it. My quality of life has improved. I wouldn't say 100%, but close to it.
It's going to continue to get
My life
better.
is, I got my life back. Part of it.
That's wonderful.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you so
Dietz.
much. Thank you. Thank you.